everyone, Danielle here. I've had lots of people asking for an update on my pump, asking what it is or how I like it. They've been following me on my journey. As they know, I went on my pump earlier this year, and they knew I wasn't too keen on it. I put up quite a fight. I didn't want it. Well, my update is I absolutely love it. I'd love to introduce you to Franz. He's named after Saturday Night Live's Hans and Franz. We want to pump you up. Actually, it is the Medtronic Minimed 554 model, and I couldn't be happier with going with Medtronic. Out of all the reps I've spoken to, I think I made the best choice for me, so I'm very happy with Medtronic. This is what my pump looks like, and I am going to show you what I have to do every 4 days, 3 days. I try to push it to 4 days to change my site just to get that extra day. It is costly, so I like to just push it and make things last a little longer. It works for me. So I do have to change it tonight, so I'm gonna just show you what I have to do. So first I have to remove the insulin. This is a reservoir, so it goes in there. So what I have to do first is rewind the piston, because that's what pushes the insulin into my body. So with this model, it's pretty self-explanatory. It just always tells you what to do. So I need to go into the main menu by always hitting Act, and just scroll on down and rewind that. So while it's doing that, it asks me if I'm disconnected from my body. I said yes, so that's going to rewind. So while that's doing that, I use Quick Set. That's what is connected to my body. So I'm going to open this. I like to do that first because it gets pretty coiled up, and the tubing is what is connected to my body, so I don't like it all springy. So I'm just gonna loosen that up and hang it. You need a reservoir. It takes a 1.7, so I'm going to open this up. Now, when you go on the pump, previously you're on shots and you need long-lasting and fast-acting insulin, your basal and your bolus. When you go on the pump, you only need one insulin, which is your fast-acting. So I got rid of the Lantus and I'm now only on Nova Rapid. Your pump does everything for you. So your pump is constantly giving you your basal rate, and that is what your tubing is. So it's kind of like you're getting a constant IV drip, and then when you bolus, which you go into your main screen when you eat or do a correction, it's always your insulin. So now I'm only on Nova Rapid. So that's cool, less insulin. So there's my Nova Rapid, and here's the new reservoir. So it looks like this. On this tip here is the needle head. So you just want to give it a prime just to loosen it up, loosen the plunger. You always want to keep it tight to the right because it will loosen and it will fall out. I did do that in training. You will lose your liquid gold. You don't want to do that. You want to do this on a surface, but I don't know if you can see that. So put the needle tip on there. You always want to give as much air into the bottle as you're taking out just to equalize the pressure. So I want to get right up to the 1.8 mils because I want it to last me the 4 days. I'm getting near the end of the bottle, so I want to make sure I also don't get bubbles, because you don't want to get air into your body. That would be really bad. Which I'm almost at the end of my insulin, and I could almost use 4 hands right now. Looks good. There. And then take your Quick Set and take this end. This has the needle head on it. Take it to the tip of your reservoir. I like to give it just a little push. Gets the air out. Get rid of that tip. Turn it to the left, lefty-loosey. Okay. Oh, it didn't rewind. There we go. Oh yeah, it did. Never mind. So twist it in there. Next, it's going to ask me to fill the tubing. So it wants to fill all of this with insulin again so I don't get filled with air. So the box will always tell you how many units it wants you to fill, usually 5 or 6. So I'm just gonna hold the button until it's full, and it will ask you if you see drops at the end here. So I'm just gonna watch for drops. Yep, okay, I see them. So if you see drops at the end of the tubing, say yes, and I do. Okay, so now I have to connect the set to my body. So I usually stand up for this part. I like to use skin tack because I usually keep it on for 4 days. I don't have a problem with it coming off, and I am showering every day, so I'm gonna stand up for this. Sorry, I like to use my abdomen, my stomach. I have lots of pudge there, so that's good for that. Not good for camera, so I'm just gonna stand up for this. I like to go left, right. So my last site was in the left. I'm going to go to the right. So usually I'm known for this because there's boobage in the way, and it's just easier for me. So I'm just gonna pick a favorite spot over here. Actually, I might undo my pants for that too. Bow, chicka bow. Let's see here, because I'm a classy lady. Okay, do a wide area, just make sure I don't miss. And so, whoops. So this is your inserter, and it comes with it, and it's kind of like a loaded gun. So you just, oh, my hands are gunky from it. So it looks like this, and you just pull back, and there's 2 white buttons. And you match them and you press them together, and bam, there it goes. So you place this in here until you hear it click a little bit, and there's 2 white pieces of tape, so you peel one back and then the other. And then you pull it back, and then you remove the needle tip. That's the needle. I don't know if you can see it in there, but I'll explain that in a minute. So I'm gonna find my spot. I have a favorite spot, so I do wear it in my bra, so I'll just tuck them in there for now and find my spot. I'll lower that. Let's see here. And go. Just hold it for a minute, and then I like to press the middle, make sure the needle went in. Let go. Pull the needle out. See, and that's all it is. That needle right there. That's the only needle I have every 3 or 4 days, as opposed to the 6 or 8 I was doing off my pump. And then, look at Franz here, sorry. So then, you just want to fill that cannula. So, you hit, it's only 0.3 units, so very little, and it's gonna fill. And beep, done. Easy peasy. So that's what I do every 4 days. So now I'm attached. That's what it looks like. And then I just tuck them away in my bra, and voila. You can't even tell he's there. That's my Franz. So this is my old site, and this is what it looks like. So it's just a cannula that's in your body, which I didn't think I would like. I didn't think I wanted the pump. I didn't want something attached to me. That one stung a little bit. So it's just a cannula, and it bends, and it's soft, so you can't feel it. Just that needle. and you pull it out. So there's no needle in you. It's not stabbing you. It moves with you. It doesn't hurt, except for that right there. I kind of jabbed it good. But that's the only needle you have to deal with every couple of days. And so yeah, I can eat whatever I want, whenever I want. I just whip them out and I just punch in. It's so smart because he knows whatever, I did all the training, so he knows my carb ratio, so I just, whatever I eat, if I want that grapefruit over there, I just put in the 8 carbs, and then if my blood sugar is off, my meter reads to my pump, and it will, it knows that I need a correction of this many units, so it knows my sensitivity, which you do all that training ahead of time. So it really takes the time out of all that math. I remember the first night I had it, and I was trying to do the math all in my head, and I thought, what am I doing? I had all this spare time. It had it all figured out for me. So I really do like it, and there's just so many options, but I do wish I did it sooner, but I didn't want it and nobody offered it to me before. But I do love Franz, so I couldn't live without him. Literally, I can't. I'd die. So that's my pump update. If you have any questions or you're considering it, don't be afraid to ask. I'd be happy to answer them.